Jack sat on the shore of the lake where he had once spent time with Layla and felt time slowly passing. He'd been through a lot of emotions lately: joy, grief, love, and hope. These experiences had taught him that every moment of life was precious, and he decided that he should use every second to create memories that would warm his heart. He remembered how every morning when he woke up, Rocky and Benny were waiting for him at the door, ready for new adventures. Those moments when they would go for a walk together were little treasures he kept in his soul. Every time he saw Rocky wagging his tail merrily or Benny happily galloping across the grass, Jack realized that this was true happiness. One of his most memorable moments was the day he and his friends went camping in the mountains. Jack remembered how they climbed to the top and how the world opened up before them. He could feel the wind playfully touching his face, and as he looked back at his dogs, he realized that it was those moments that made life meaningful. With every step they took, he felt his heart fill with happiness and gratitude. At the top of the mountain, they had a picnic, and Jack, as he shared stories with his friends, realized that every word, every facial expression were small moments that added up to the big picture of life. He looked at his four-legged friends who were happily eating the treats and realized that they felt that joy too. He often thought about how important it was to appreciate every moment. For example, when he went to the shelter to help homeless animals, he realized that even the smallest actions can make a big difference. Every time he stroked the dogs and cats, he felt like he was doing something important. These moments weren't just actions, they were steps toward making a difference. Jack realized that life is made up of the little things: the smell of freshly cut grass, the sounds of nature, the smiles of people, and the joy of animals. He knew he didn't have to wait for special events to feel happiness. Every morning when he went outside, he tried to notice the beauty of the world around him. He learned to appreciate every second, from the simple sight of the sunrise to Rocky and Benny running merrily through the grass. Over time, Jack realized that it's these little moments that create happiness. They form memories that will warm his soul in times of need. He decided that he would not miss any opportunity to share his joy with others. He started organizing small gatherings with friends where they would share stories together, laugh, and just enjoy each other's company. Jack also started keeping a diary where he recorded all the happy times. He wrote about how happy Rocky and Benny were when they played with other dogs, how they explored new places together, and how they gathered around the campfire every evening sharing stories and dreams. This journal became an important part of life for him, a reminder that each day was an opportunity to create something special. As time passed, Jack grew to appreciate his life and those around him more and more. He realized that happiness is not something that comes on its own, but something that must be created and maintained. He became more mindful of his friends, his animals, and every person he met along the way. Every moment is a gift, he thought as he watched the sunset. He knew that time is the most precious resource we have. He was determined to use it wisely. With Rocky and Benny by his side, he felt he was ready for whatever adventures lay ahead. Jack continued to follow the road of goodness, and each new day brought him joy and happiness. He knew that life was full of possibilities and that every moment should be treasured. His heart was filled with gratitude for all that he had, and he promised himself that he would continue to treasure every second spent with his loved ones, creating unforgettable memories along the way. Jack continued to realize that time is a precious gift. and that every moment of life is an opportunity to create something meaningful. He realized that happiness didn't always come from big events. It was often hidden in ordinary moments. Every time he and Rocky and Benny went for a walk, he felt his heart fill with joy. They explored new paths, played in the fresh air, and enjoyed every moment together. One day, while walking through the woods, Jack noticed Rocky exploring the area with great enthusiasm. He stopped to see what had caught his friend's attention. Rocky wagged his tail and ran up to a small clearing where beautiful wildflowers grew. Jack smiled, realizing that even such simple things could bring joy. He bent down to touch the petals and breathe in their fragrance, and in that moment he realized how important it was to appreciate the beauty of nature. These moments inspired a new idea. He decided to start blogging about his travels with Rocky and Benny, sharing his experiences and reflections on the value of time and happiness. He wanted to inspire others to pay attention to the little things that make life great. Jack realized that his story could help others discover the joy in everyday life. With each new post, Jack received positive feedback from people who read his blogs. He shared stories with other pet owners and found support in a community that shared his love of nature and animals. His blog became a place where people could share their joys, sorrows, and experiences, and Jack felt that together they were creating something special. One day he decided to organize a get-together for his readers. He invited everyone who was interested in his blog to a day dedicated to animals and nature. Jack wanted the event to be a celebration of friendship and shared happiness. He chose a picturesque place by a lake where they could spend time outdoors, enjoying nature and each other's company. On the day of the event, people started to gather, and Jack was amazed at how many people showed up. He saw dog owners come with their pets, and joy filled his heart. He organized games and contests for the animals, as well as small workshops on how to take care of pets. As Jack looked at the smiling faces of the people and their happy dogs, he felt his heart fill with warmth. He realized that every moment of this day was precious, and that they were creating memories that would warm their souls for a long time to come. At the end of the day, Jack gathered everyone together and thanked them for coming. He shared his thoughts on time and happiness and how important it is to appreciate every moment. "We're all here to create memories," he said. "It's important to remember that happiness is not something that comes on its own. It's something we create together." After the event, Jack felt full of energy and inspiration. He realized that his efforts were not in vain and that he could really make a difference in people's lives by inspiring them to appreciate every moment. This became a new source of motivation for him. As the days turned into weeks, Jack kept in touch with the event participants. He organized regular meetings where people could discuss their stories and share their experiences. The community was growing, and Jack was proud to be a part of something bigger. With each new day, Jack realized more and more that life is not just a sequence of events, but a series of moments that we create ourselves. He decided that he would continue to remind himself and others of this. He began writing little notes and quotes about the value of time and happiness, which he posted on his blog and shared with friends. One day, while walking with Rocky and Benny, Jack thought about the importance of staying open to new opportunities. He decided that he wanted to try something new, traveling across the country, exploring new places, and experiencing the new. He knew it would be an adventure, but also an opportunity to continue his mission to inspire others to appreciate life. He knew that this would not only be an adventure, but also an opportunity to continue his mission of inspiring others to appreciate life. After gathering the necessary gear and preparing the route, Jack was ready for a new stage. He felt excitement and joy. With Rocky and Benny by his side, they set out on a journey full of anticipation and opportunity. On the road, Jack realized again how important the small moments were. Each stop, each conversation with a stranger, each new location became parts of his story. He was connecting with people who shared their lives and learning about how they valued every moment. These encounters filled his heart with happiness and inspiration. In one town, Jack met a woman named Sarah who worked at a local animal shelter. She told him about her efforts to rescue homeless dogs and cats and how she was helping them find new homes. Jack was touched by her dedication and offered to help her organize a charity event. Sarah agreed, and together they began planning the event. Jack felt this was a new chance for him to continue his mission and help others, just as Layla had done. He realized that time spent with those who shared his passion were gifts to be treasured. When the day of the event arrived, Jack was filled with excitement. He helped Sarah with the preparations, and soon the area was filled with people and their pets. The atmosphere was friendly and warm, and Jack felt they were creating something important. With each new moment, he was reminded how important it was to value time. He looked at the smiling faces of the people, the happy animals, and realized that it was moments like these that made life fulfilling. He was filled with gratitude for the opportunity to work with Sarah and help the animals. As the day came to an end, Jack felt his heart fill with joy. He knew that every moment was an opportunity, and he was ready to continue to appreciate every second of his life. He realized that the time he spent with Rocky, Benny, and his new friends was a true treasure, and he would continue to make memories that would warm his soul throughout his life. "Thank you, Layla," he whispered goodbye as he looked at his four-legged friends. "You'll always be with me." And with each new day, he continued to follow the road of kindness, knowing that with Rocky and Benny by his side, many more amazing adventures full of joy and happiness awaited them.